Hey, it's Brendan from Mitchell Contracting.
And I'm Jen from Envision Design.
We're here at our latest St. Catharines main floor remodel, and we're super excited to show you the inside.
Let's get inside and take a look. It looks so great in here now that clients are settled in.
Yeah, it feels great. Love the colors. Nice to see furnishings, drapery, and all of the plants. Gotta love the plants.
So reminiscing on this space, it's hard to remember what this kitchen originally looked like.
Yes, for sure. Lots changed in here. Obviously, we used to have a very segregated layout in here. We had living room, dining room, kitchen, all separated by walls, and I think we've done a lot of work to open this up.
Yeah, we did look at a few different options early on in this project and trying to keep that existing layout, but once we did actually look at the plan of opening this all up, the clients were sold. They had a large island in their last kitchen that they loved, and there was just no way to incorporate it in the kitchen the way that it was. So by opening this up and eliminating a dining room, we were able to get this massive island in here, and we designed it specifically to feel more like a table. So legs on all the corners, seating on 3 sides, so you can really gather and make this your main eating area.
Yeah, for sure. And by removing that doorway, we were able to get that nice shape to the kitchen without termination points. So we get the fridge over on this side so that we have this beautiful open space over here to really help with this natural light that we've achieved going from front to back.
And so getting that beam in here was a big part of that. This ceiling was really chopped up. We had a wall coming across here. We had a plaster ceiling with a cove around there. We had initially talked about doing a drop beam in this space, and then you came in and said, it's really not that much more to just get this flush. And I think that was so key in making this all feel like one cohesive space.
They have a lot of light, and she had incorporated a lot of her plants in this space too. And then, you had pulled some of those colors into the backsplash, which we loved some of these details that we had done here.
And this layout was really dictated a lot by existing windows because we didn't want to change the placement of those and touch the exterior. Yeah. So naturally, this range centered between the 2 windows became a great focal point, centered with the island. So we used this watery blue tile on the backsplash, and this created a perfect opportunity for an accent feature, which you guys did a fantastic job at executing.
Yeah, we love that detail. Every time somebody comes in here, they seem to be drawn to this, which is great because you incorporated something unique. As an installer, they kind of want to do something that's easy, so it's nice to have the designer here to say, this is exactly what we want it to look like, and we follow suit and make that happen. We obviously have the big pantry in behind us. We got sort of what we would call a coffee bar. They don't have coffee over there, they have plants, but this space is unique in the sense that it sort of works around this window and then kind of terminates with this large pantry, which we love, and I'm sure the clients love it too, having all of that space through here. And then, going into the living room, which you can see they don't have a TV in here, right? Which, we like, and it helps for entertaining and also furniture placement. So tell me a little bit about the existing furniture that's in here and how you utilize that to kind of create some of the feel in the space.
Yeah, a lot of the drive for the direction of this project came from working around existing pieces, as well as just their desire for this beach themed feel in here. So the stools at the island and these beach themed chairs here were existing pieces that the client brought from their previous home. And so they were really our starting factor, and the entire scheme really derived from those 2 pieces, which is great that we can reuse pieces that our clients love and then infilled the rest to make it all work. So adding other pieces of furniture, as well as all of the window treatments, custom drapery panels and Roman shades, all in natural beach-inspired fabrics.
We were blessed with a beautiful white oak floor that was already here. Things that came out, we repurposed and reused, refinished, and it gives you a little bit of a good feeling that you are not throwing out the entire house, and that's something that can be done and still achieve a great product. We have existing walls in this space. There's not a lot to be done with the style of this home, but we've reimagined sort of the fit and finish of it all, right? So we've redone the floor on here. We've integrated this tile throughout the home, changed the layout on it, and incorporated some of those same metals and borders that we did on the backsplash that we've seen in the kitchen.
Yeah, so we've tied the 2 spaces together, the foyer and the living room, by repeating this accent wall, and it really just drives the theme as you walk into the space. And this tile floor, it's obviously super important to have a good durable floor at the front entrance, so we love to make sure that we've got tile there. Initially, this house did have tile with all sorts of funny angled transitions and different floor heights. So there was a lot of thought put into cleaning up the transitions, making everything nice and flush, and using the pattern to make this feel like a formal entrance in a home that doesn't typically have an actual foyer.
Yeah, it's the last thing you see when you leave a home, right? So it's important to have something nice here that they can walk out and appreciate.
Yeah, and a thoughtful detail that we worked on together was getting that floor vent off of the floor and into the wall. In a small entrance, that floor vent right by the door tends to always collect dirt and debris and is going to interrupt our tile pattern. So being able to get that up and onto the wall was a huge thing in the design, but obviously took a lot of work to get there. Let's continue on down the hall.
So this space here was where that doorway used to come through to the kitchen, and they used to have like an angle 45 where that tile would kind of walk through this space and go downstairs, and we had eliminated that and brought this hardwood throughout, and that was sort of reusing and repurposing some of the floors that we removed elsewhere and kind of create more of a distinct transition between the two spaces. And then coming down this way, I think this is where it's going to be hard to capture how much change really happened in this space, right? So we used to have a very small bathroom, which vanity was kind of right in your face when you walked in. We had opted to move some of these walls over, create a bathroom that has like a spa-like feel to them, which has a ton of built-in cabinetry and a beautiful shower. So I think this is an important piece for them to be able to stay here.
Focusing on the functionality of this space as well as the accessibility as they are in this home over the next stage of their life, we really wanted to expand this bathroom a bit more. This age of house is notorious for these tiny bathrooms with tiny 24-inch doors. By moving this wall over just 24 inches, we were able to get a larger door into the space and create this wall-to-wall vanity all the way across. So giving them tons of extra storage. We could fit the double sink in here.
Beautiful drawer bank down the middle for his and hers, stand up on top counter. We also had incorporated some of this millwork in here, so we have another cabinet over here. So I mean, there's storage for days in this space, which everybody loves.
Made use of every corner in here.
You know, this is the same tile that was shown in the front foyer as well, but we had changed up some of the details on it. So this one, we had incorporated some marble inlays, so a bit more of a traditional feel with a modern flair with some of the colors that are in here. And then, you know, same thing, you know, metal edging. We wrapped the baseboard up the walls. We incorporated that tile baseboard right into the shower, so everything sort of flows. And then, you know, we have sort of a low entry shower, which was something that we had talked about originally, and how to get that curbless shower feel with sort of staying on budget in terms of this space. And then, yeah, we used, you know, Sluder system for all the waterproofing that was in here, being certified, and that really helps and gives us a little bit more of a warranty on that.
And with all of that, you still achieved a flush threshold at the door, a super low threshold at the shower, making this space much more functional and much more friendly towards aging in place.
Yeah. Let's go take a look at the laundry room, which was definitely a big part of the project.
Creating a space for someone in their retirement phase of life, getting a main floor laundry room is key. So we did take one of the bedrooms and turned this into a large functional laundry room that also doubles as the planting center.
Yes, it is. You're right.
Yes, our client who loves plants wanted a place to store those items.
Soil.
Yes, the soil, all the potting supplies, and a place with lots of light that she could then store a lot of those plants.
Being a bedroom prior to this, it had, you know, a nice big beautiful window in here, and since it is just a laundry room, that sort of facilitated moving this wall over to create that bigger bathroom, but an amazingly large laundry room still, right? So we got wall-to-wall counters, beautiful cabinets all the way throughout, this awesome backsplash, which we love, floating shelves. And then explain to me, there's sort of a fun detail in here that you had incorporated that comes into the walk-in closet.
So we put this large pantry in the corner of the laundry room, which is right adjacent to the walk-in closet. And so we've created kind of like a side-to-side laundry chute detail. So when they're getting dressed or ready in the morning, then they can just take any of the dirty laundry and it goes right into the pantry, into a laundry basket.
Those are the little things that make a project special, in the sense that when we're all done, it works well.
And then in terms of the aesthetic in here, we had talked about like this base tile that we use throughout the house. You have the same flow and base materials through the home, but in each space we brought in a different accent tile. So in this space we had this really fun blue backsplash tile that gives this area its own character, and tied that in again with some more custom window treatments to really pull together the beach color scheme and feel.
Do you want to go take a look down the hallway going towards the primary bedroom?
Sounds good.
Great. So this is one of those things that doesn't seem like a lot. We had moved some walls over in here, 8 inches. Well, that 8 inches made an enormous impact on this new entryway coming through to the primary bedroom.
So again, when you're talking about aging in place, if you're gonna have like a walker at some point in the future, having the larger doors is not something standard in these older homes.
No.
So making the space for them will make a big difference.
Wow, what an amazing primary bedroom. This is something that we had spent a lot of time working on. We had to remove some walls. We replaced all the ceiling system in here because there were some bearing walls in here. We were able to reuse the floors in here. Obviously, I feel like the focal point of this space is the cabinetry again. We have the fireplace, we got the beautiful TV and a makeup area.
There was a lot of functions they wanted to achieve in here. They wanted to have a fireplace, they wanted to have a place for a TV. A makeup vanity was something she had in her previous home. She really wanted to integrate in here. And so instead of making these all individual pieces, we decided to create one large cabinetry wall that contains all of that into this furniture feeling built in. So, and integrated into that is lots of lighting. So we really wanted to make sure that we had good lighting at the makeup vanity as well as accent lighting for all of the display. Again, this is a place where they can collect a lot of their mementos from travels.
And we can see a lot of them.
They can enjoy it because it's in a space that they can now make more use of.
We ended up demoing the space all the way down. One, we wanted to give them the best R value that we possibly can. We want them comfortable. We want the home energy efficient. And while we're doing so, we get to address other problems. We had found some mold from back here that was leaking from the hydrostack, which they would have never known until, say, 5 years down the road after we'd done all this work. So, we're grateful that we were able to get those things taken care of for them. Did a lot more millwork over here as well, too. And this was a space that really feels like them. And it's a primary bedroom that anybody can be proud of. Love the fact that you have a walk-in closet with a window. When we renovate homes, windows are sort of few and far between. They didn't have a lot of them back then. So this being part of an old bedroom, we were able to give them a large walk-in closet, beautiful countertops. We have natural light through here, which is awesome.
And then here you can see where we've integrated our feature with the laundry chute that goes directly to the adjacent laundry room pantry, which is convenient, and then lots of drawer storage. There really was no need for any extra dressers in their primary. We really freed up the space in there because we've included so much storage in here.
I love the hardware. I think that was something that really stood out to me when I looked at this was the choice of handles.
We've got some base finishes and materials that flow throughout the house, and each room has a little bit of its own character, whether that's a change in hardware, a tile, a color accent, so making every space feel special.
That being said, I still feel like the laundry chute steals the show for the walk-in.
Absolutely. What a luxury to have in this era of bungalow.
All on the main floor. So we've had a good look at the house after we've, done a walkthrough on it all. Love coming in after the clients have sort of been here for a bit, get to see how they're utilizing the space, and it's sort of exactly how I'd imagined. It seems like everything was designed in a manner that allows them to live the way they had thought. Looking at the space and going through it all, there's a lot that stands out to me, but I'd like to know what you thought was something that stood out after coming back after you finished.
Yeah, I think one of my favorite details is that just the diversity in all of the tile details and all of the custom window treatments, really. Those fabrics and those tile details running throughout the house has made every space unique and special. How about you? What did you like about this project?
There is a ton of cabinetry here, and I think that that's a big portion of the project, and I loved seeing how it's utilized now. The cabinetry definitely stands out as something that's amazing and I'm proud of to look at.
Well, it was great working with your team on this project and collaborating on this design together. It's always a great experience working with a talented contractor and team.
Same can be said for you. It was a great project. I felt like we had a great communication throughout it, and we were really able to kind of give the client everything they had asked for and give them the most value for the project. So I'm looking forward to working with you on the next one.
Me too.